Okay guys, so welcome to Life with Katie, and I'm not legally allowed to post this yet, so I am just going to keep it for my records, just in case I need video detail of everything, describing everything, just in case, the case takes years and I can't remember word for word, what happened in that office. I got all my medical copies, which I'll get to. Anyway, I'm writing it all down in my notebook, giving that to my therapist, and recording it here. So I guess I will start from the beginning. So, hi, I'm Katie, for all of you who don't know me. If you're new, welcome. So, let's start with April 5th. Okay, we'll say April 5th, 2024, just in case this takes a couple of years. So, I had a chipped tooth. I chipped the bottom of my tooth. So I went to the dentist. Haven't been to the dentist in 15, 20 years. Not 20, maybe 15 to 17, because I'm 25, but it's been a long time. Just because my parents couldn't take us when we were younger for a long time, just because, personal reasons. And then I didn't have insurance, and then I was scared, so but I'm very extra about my smile, about my teeth, so I was like, well, let me go to the dentist. So I go to the dentist, and then everything's wrong with me. I need all 4 wisdom teeth removed, I need a crown, and I need a filling, and have a cavity. So schedule the extraction, wisdom tooth extraction, for April 8th. So I go in April 8th for the extraction. And beforehand, I had been asking everybody, I'm like, what's it like? Is it gonna hurt me really bad? Am I gonna, should I be scared? And everyone, no, it's a routine procedure. You're gonna be put under, you won't even notice. It'll hurt a little bit a couple days after, but you're good. So, fast forward, I go into the office, and they take me in the back room, and she goes, all right, we're gonna do your injections now. What? I'm like, I'm not being put under? And she's like, no, we're doing the numbing injections for your mouth. You won't feel anything, don't worry. I don't like needles. I don't like needles. I know I have tattoos, don't come at me, because tattoos are way different. If you have tattoos and you don't like needles, swipe up, raise your hand. I don't fucking care, but you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, needles, tattoo needles, completely different thing. Medical needles, tattoo needles, not the same. So she's like, we're gonna do the injections now. Sorry guys, I'm cold. We're gonna do the injections now. So they go in and they give me 1 injection per tooth, and that hurt. Let me tell you, I did not like that shit. And then she waits 5 minutes, and then she comes back in the office, and I'm sobbing at this point. I am hyperventilating, sobbing, crying, can't breathe, terrified. So I'm like, the doctor comes in and he's like, yo, what's wrong? Whatever. And I'm like, I'm so scared. And he's like, oh, don't worry, it's just my first time. And I'm like, that does not make me feel any better, sir. That actually makes me feel worse. So I'm hyperventilating, I'm crying, and they proceed with the injections. Wait a couple minutes, come back, start the extraction, have me look up, whatever. Do the extraction. Now, this is the horror story part. So, part of it just never ends, okay? This is where it starts going sideways. So, I'm in the extraction chair, and I could still feel shit that they were doing. I know tugging and pulling, that's normal. Feeling my root, my teeth come out of my roots, that's normal. Weird as fuck, but normal. But I felt pain, it hurt me, and I kept being like, ow, that hurts. And instead of stopping or giving me more numbing injections, they just proceeded with the procedure. And I'm like, okay. And so, hold on, I'm gonna go outside because I'm sure my roommates are so tired of hearing about this shit. So, I go, I forgot what I was saying. That keeps happening to me. Hospital brain, sorry guys. So anyway, oh yeah, they don't do more numbing. They don't, like, whatever. And I'm still, like, sobbing. Like, I'm so scared and it hurts. Like, I'm not having a good time. And then while I was in the chair, not once, not twice, but 3 times, people walked into my room during the procedure. And, like, even if that's not wrong, like, it's still really unprofessional. So that was not, like, I did not like that at all. Like, my mouth's wide open. I can't do anything. I can't move. Like, these people literally have drills in my mouth. And, like, these people are just, hey, doctor, can you see me now? Like, this, like, the doctor had to be like, excuse me, sir, excuse me, ma'am, 3 times. I'm a little busy right now. Can you, like, go back in the waiting room? We'll be with you in a minute. Like, 3 times, bruh. Like, once maybe I could get over, but 3 times? How unprofessional are you? Like, all the receptionists go on break at the same time. We don't even do that at my job. Like, we all, one person goes on break, one person gets back, another person like, what the fuck are you doing? So that was wrong. And then I went, this tooth, the top left tooth, flew into my throat during the procedure. And I was, like, choking on my own fucking tooth. And, like, he had to, like, turn me over and, like, slam his hand on my back and be like, cough, cough really hard. And my tooth flew out of my fucking throat. Like, that's traumatizing enough. So anyway, I leave, and they don't give me antibiotics, they don't give me pain meds, they don't even give me a discharge paper. They just gave me, like, a little, like, sorry, there's people under me, so they're, I don't know. So they just gave me, like, a little, like, you know, if you've ever gotten a tattoo, they give you, like, the aftercare sheet that's like, hey, don't get an infection, do this, this, and this. That's what I got. I didn't get, like, oh, hey, this is the procedure we did today. Oh, hey, this is your doctor's name. Like, none of that shit. Like, and I've been to the hospital so many times this week that now I know what the fuck it looks like. So, anyway, they don't do that. So, fast forward to, let's see. Fast forward to Thursday. So I got it done on Monday, April 8th. Then we'll fast forward to that Thursday. I can't remember the date exactly. I'd have to look at my records. And I was in immense pain. The swelling just got worse and worse and worse, not better. I can put pictures in the comments, or, I mean, if this ever gets posted. If not, I have the pictures. So I am in an unimaginable pain, like, wouldn't wish this on anybody kind of pain. And I laid on my cheek and a bunch of, like, okay, like, if you get grossed out, don't listen to the next, like, 2 seconds of this video. But I was, like, I laid on my cheek and a bunch of, like, pus and blood came out of the extraction site on the bottom, on the right side. And I was, like, Googling, and I'm like, yeah, that's not right. So I went to the ER immediately. And they said, yep, you have an infection in your jaw. Here's some antibiotics. Send me home. If you have any new signs or symptoms, come back and, you know, we'll take care of you. So Friday night, I was having worse symptoms. Like, I took the antibiotics. They gave me IV antibiotics. Like, I should be getting better. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. The pain is unimaginable. Excruciating. Like, I couldn't breathe. I didn't want to breathe because I'm a mouth breather. I was breathing through my mouth, and it's so infected, so swollen that I was like, nah. And I'll print the pictures out too, just so I can be like, hey, you know, this is how swollen my face was. Hey, this was, you know, XYZ, whatever. So I got very frustrated with my boyfriend and one of my aunts because that Friday, it was Friday night, and I was like, listen guys, like, something is not right. I have a horribly bad feeling, like something is wrong with me. And And they're both, you know, take the antibiotics, go to sleep, we'll see how you feel tomorrow. And my best friend's mother, who is like my second mother, called the first ER that I went to, you know, that Thursday, and was like, hey, these are her signs and symptoms. She's feeling worse. What do we do? He said, get her to Shands immediately. Don't go local. Get her to Shands right now. Now, if you're in Florida, you know what Shands is. Major hospital. Lovely hospital. So, I'm telling them this. I'm telling, like, Danny... Yeah, anyway, you'll meet him, so whatever. My boyfriend's car battery shit out. And, like, I didn't have a ride. He couldn't take me. So, like, he kind of just brushed me off, which I felt like, you're not listening to me. That hurts my feelings. Like, I'm in pain. Like, something is wrong with me, and you're not listening to me. And then I called my Aunt Jackie. I'm like, and she lives like an hour away from me. And I was like, listen, like, you need to get in your car right now and take me to the hospital. This is what the doctor said. He told me to get to Shands, like, yesterday. Like, and she's too, like, well, honey, I don't think you need to do all that. Like, just take your antibiotics and go to sleep. And so that's what I do. And I wake up on Saturday morning. Those of you who saw me at work know what the hell I'm talking about. So I went to work on Saturday because we had a meeting and nobody could take me to the hospital until after the meeting. I go in, my face, like, my eye is shut because my face is so swollen. Like, I felt like I had a grapefruit attached to my face, and the pressure. Like, I don't know, this is gonna be gross too, but, like, you ever get a pimple on your face and it's like it's formed, but it's not ready to pop, and it's just like that immense pressure right there? Yeah, that's what this felt like, only 100 times worse. So I leave the ER and he tells me do a follow-up with Aspen Dental, the place I got the extractions done. So I called them. I was on hold 4 times. The 5th time I called, she goes, I'm going to place you on a brief hold. I said, no, you're not. I've been on hold 4 times and I have an emergency. Well, what is it? Because I have patience. Bitch. I'm a patient too, and I literally just told you I have an emergency. So I called myself and I'm like, hey, this is my emergency. Like, when can I come in for a follow-up? Hold on. Puts me on with somebody else. The somebody else was like, well, did they put you on antibiotics? I'm thinking she meant her office. So I said no. Then she talks to me like I'm a fucking idiot and goes, the hospital didn't put you on any antibiotics. Yeah, the hospital did because your office failed to do so. Bitch. And then it's, okay, well, why are you calling to do a follow-up? I don't see why we need to do a follow-up if you're on the antibiotics. Okay, you're my surgeon. I don't know. That's what the ER told me. You don't need to do a follow-up? Fine. So they refuse to see me. Like, they don't need to do a follow-up. They don't care whether I live or die or this infection goes away. They literally could give a fuck less. So fast forward to Saturday. After the meeting, we went to the Leesburg Hospital ER. UF Health Leesburg Hospital ER. And they ran some tests, did a CT, all that good stuff. Which, by the way, oh no, I'll say that in a minute. Did a CT, all that good stuff. Kept me for a couple hours. Like, I was there, I went in at 11 a.m. Got there at 10:55 is when I signed the little paper. And I didn't get into a room until like 1 o'clock. And then I didn't even get transferred until like 11 o'clock. So I'm just laying there dying, essentially, and, you know, there's nothing they can do because the tests have to come back and the CT has to come back and all that stuff. So, like, they weren't doing anything wrong. They were doing everything they could, but, you know, there's not much you can do when you don't know. But I knew because I've had sepsis before, which is another video we'll get into another time. But I've had sepsis before, and I was like, I know what this feels like. Like, I know in my heart, in my soul, this is what I have. And, you know, they can't give me Tylenol. They can't give me nothing. Like, they gave me an ice pack, and I couldn't even touch it to my face without immense pain, like, just radiating through it. Like, I couldn't even the slightest touch. I was like screaming. So they do my IV. My mother-in-law took me to the ER, and my brother-in-law, they were with me. And they take me into the back room, finally do my IV, and I don't do needles, like I said. So like she went to put it in, and I screamed. They're like, do you want your mother-in-law in the room with you? And I was like, well, I would, but she doesn't really do like blood and guts and stuff like that, so like I don't think she would appreciate it. So I was like, just hold my hand, I'll be fine. So I screamed when they put the needle in, and I guess she ran up to the reception desk, and because she heard me, and she was like, is she okay, like checking on me and stuff. And I was fine. I just don't like needles, and I like whatever. Sorry, I'm so tired. It's probably past my bedtime, honestly. And so, yeah, I scream, they get me in a room, they keep me, my tests come back, they transfer me to HCA Ocala Regional. I was in there for 3 days. Let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 2.5 days. It was awful. I was on an NPO, which means nothing per oral, nothing by mouth. I couldn't drink water. The first hospital failed to have me on fluids. So they had to put me on fluids immediately. They did an MRI and a CT scan. Now, let me tell you right now, I don't fucking like MRIs, okay? CT scan, easy breezy. MRI, that's like that machine that they put you in. Like, I don't know if y'all seen Insidious 5, the red door. But like that machine that he's in, where the clown or the monster, whatever, I can't remember, but the little, you know, demon thingy comes up and like climbs up in this machine with him. Yeah, no, fuck that. That's what I was in. Did not like that. Did not like that at all. So they did that, blah, blah, blah. I do in this video want to shout out my nurses at HCA Ocala Regional. One of them, I cannot remember her name to save my life, but she was my night nurse on the night before I got discharged. But the nurses I remember, my main nurses, Nurse Sarah and Nurse Ann, I just want to say that you guys, like, saved my life. Like, had you not been incredibly kind and, you know, everything, I had lost all hope in the medical field and in the medical system, and you guys just gave me a little bit of faith back. Like, I don't know how to thank you, but I do. I just want to shout you out and just be like, you were amazing. Like, you saved my mental health, honestly. So thank you. So I was there, and like I just was going through a lot. One of my medications for my bipolar they didn't have at their pharmacy, and they couldn't get in time, so they told my boyfriend they told my boyfriend to bring it from home. So he did, and they scanned it into their pharmacy. And then when I got discharged on Monday, not only did I find out on Monday when I got discharged that I went in with sepsis, so I was right, but I also found out, can't remember because I still have hospital brain and I can't remember anything. So I've been out of the hospital, and now I've just been like on the phone with lawyers, like lawyer after lawyer after lawyer, you know, like, oh, we can't take your case, oh, we can't take your case, oh, we can't take your case. They all want permanent damage. And I'm just like, finally, like the 7th lawyer I talked to, I finally just screamed, and I was like, I almost died. Like, would death be a permanent enough thing for me to have, for you to do something about it? You know, like, I'm not understanding why nobody wants to help me. Like, I'm so confused why nobody wants to help me. And so anyway, finally, I think I got a lawyer, and I got all my medical reports, and I think I fucked myself. But we are trying, and we are keeping the faith. And there's a couple other things I wanted to say in this video, but like I said, I mean, I can't remember shit. Can't remember shit on a good day, let alone when I'm on all these medications and just got out of the hospital fighting septic shock. So, But your girl is alive because God is good. First of all, God is good. So don't ever forget that. And I'll see y'all on next episode of Life with Katie.